In the human genome, brown eye color is dominant to blue eye color. In a population study of 500,000 people, it was found that 16% of the population has blue eyes. Because blue eyes is recessive, that means that those people have the recessive genotype, and that is our Q squared. Let's write 16% as a decimal to use as our Q squared value. To find the frequency of each allele, we need to find P and Q. So let's start by writing our Q squared value, which is 0.16. Next, to find Q, we take the square root of Q squared, which is 0.4. To find P, we're going to subtract our value for Q from 1, and that is 0.6. Next, to find the frequency of each genotype, we already have from part A our value for Q squared. So now we need to find P squared and 2PQ. To find P squared, we're going to square our value that we found for P in part A. So 0.6 squared is 0.36. To find 2PQ, we're going to multiply 2 times P times Q. Our P value was 0.6 and our Q value is 0.4 for a total of 0.48. In part C, we want to know how many people are heterozygous for the brown eye color. We have our value for heterozygous of 0.48. We're going to use that along with our total value of 500,000 people. So we'll multiply 0.48 times 500,000, and we find that 240,000 people will be heterozygous for the brown eye color. Next, how many people have the brown allele? Now it's tempting to use the letter P, which represents the brown allele, to solve this problem, but when they ask how many, they're talking about genotypes, because in order to have brown eyes, an individual has to have the genotype for brown eyes. Because it's the dominant trait, we are talking about P squared and 2PQ. Because we want to find all of them, we're going to add those values together. So P squared plus 2PQ equals 0.36 plus 0.48, which gives us 0.84. Now looking back at the question again, they asked for how many. So our last step is to multiply our value, 0.84, times our total number in the population of 500,000, and we find that 420,000 people have the brown allele.